Okay, right now I'm creating an AI agent on N8N that can analyze the data from Facebook ads library to get some insights on what copy is working, what creative is working, and so on. And the thing is that some ads are actually videos. So in this case, using tools like the OpenAI API would not work. And after a bit of research, I found out that most Gemini models can actually analyze videos. But when I was reading their documentation, it wasn't really clear on how to use this with HTTP requests. So after a bit of playing around, I found out how to do it. And I said, why not make a video about it to make the lives easier for everyone else? And yeah, without further ado, I'm just gonna try it out. So here I got this video from a Facebook ad with the keyword ChatGPT. And it's just two girls talking about how to make money with AI. So I'm just gonna copy that URL right here and I'm gonna put it into this first step. And then if I click on test workflow, then it'll analyze the whole video and do its whole process. And it just finished, and in this case I instructed Gemini to explain what's happening in the video, and this is its response. So you can see that it's talking about two young women having a conversation outside. The woman is holding a microphone. It's also telling us the actual script with the timestamps. And you can see that this is a very detailed description. And before I actually teach you how to make this step by step, I just want to plug in our new Skool community. And here you'll have access to all of the blueprints that I talk about on my YouTube channel. And right now we have an early bird prize for the first 25 members. So if you're really serious about AI agents and automation, then you're invited to join. But anyways, here I'm in aistudio.google.com. And this is where you can test out all of the Gemini models. So in this case, I'm using Gemini 2.0 Flash Image Generation Experimental, and I just uploaded a video of another Facebook ad, and I think this one talks about an AI tool. So now I just ask it to give me a detailed description of what's happening in this video and what's being seen or said. And if I just click on run here, then you can see that it described it perfectly. So it says that the video features a close-up shot of a man from the chest up, that he has a mag AI or Magi text in his shirt, which is this one, Magi. It also says that he has a long wavy brown hair and a neatly trimmed beard. And of course that's correct as well. And then it also just gives out the transcription with the timestamps. And yeah, this works amazingly, and this is the exact model we're gonna use for the API to make it work inside N8N. So to do this, you first have to get your API key. So in the top left, just click on Get API Key and then click on Create API Key. And here you'll first have to select a Google Cloud project. So if you don't have one yet, you can just go to console.cloud.google.com, and right here in the top left, you'll see a button to create a new project, or it could be right here as well. So when you have it, you can just select it from this drop down, and then you'll see your API key right here. And once you do that, then now we're ready to get inside N8N. So where the magic happens is in this node right here, where we just call the Gemini model to actually analyze the video. But before that, you actually have to do two steps. So first, Gemini doesn't actually accept URLs, so beforehand you actually have to download it. And when you download it, then you have to upload that video to the Gemini servers so that it can be accessed by Gemini. And that's exactly what these two nodes are doing. So this first one, it's a simple HTTP GET request. So you just put in the video URL right here and change the method to get, and then you'll get the binary data of the actual video, as you can see right here. So once you have the video downloaded in your N8N instance, then you can now actually upload it to the Gemini servers. So here we're just using a post method, and for the URL we're using this endpoint right here, and at the end you have to put in your API key that you got from your Google AI Studio. So just copy it right here, and then for the headers you just specify headers as using fields below, and just put in these names and values. In this case, this first one will always be the same, so just copy and paste it. Then the second one will actually specify the size of the video. In this case, I'm grabbing it from binary.data.file size, which is this data right here. But I don't think it matters because at the end, it automatically just gets the size. And then for these last two, we just put in video/mp4 because this will always be a video. But if not, then you can also just map in this file extension from the binary data. In this case, you can't just drag and drop it, so you just have to put an expression of binary.data because this is called data, and then .file extension because this is the file extension right here. But then you can just enable send body, and in this case for the body content type, just put it as N8N binary file because we're using a binary file. And for the input data field name, you just have to put in whatever it's named right here. In this case it's called data, so I named it data. And then once you run this request, you'll see an output similar to this one. As you can see, it says that the source is uploaded, but what actually matters is the state. It has to be set as active. And in this case, it's still set as processing. So for this, we actually use a wait node. In my case, I'm just using 5 seconds, and that'll be enough time to change the state from processing to active. And here, of course, you can also use an if loop to check if it's ready or not. But I think 5 seconds is plenty for this operation, so that's why I'm just keeping it as that. But anyways, now for the most important node. Here again, we're just setting the method as post. Then for the URL, we're using this endpoint right here, and we're using the same API key we got from Google AI Studio. And this is where you actually specify the Gemini model you're using. And after that, for the headers, just specify using fields below, and the name should be content type, and the value should be application/JSON. And then just enable send body and make sure that it's using JSON. So here you're gonna use this exact JSON schema, and it's just like any other message model call. So in this case, we're prompting it to describe what you see in this video and what's being said. So that's the prompt, but of course for the video we need to add another section, which is this one right here. For the file URI, you just map in the file URI that's here, which is just called URI, and just map it. And for the type, you just map in this one right here, which is video/mp4. And here for some extra settings, then I'm just setting the temperature as 1.4, which in my opinion is the most balanced one. And you can also change the top K or top P to whatever values you want. And for the response, I'm just setting it as text because I just want the response to be some text. So now when you run this whole request, then you'll get an output like this one with the response and the total amount of tokens. As you can see, the text prompt is really cheap, so we just used 15 tokens. The audio one is pretty cheap as well, but the most expensive one is where it actually analyzes the video, so be sure to keep that in mind. And boom, that's basically how you can analyze any video using AI inside N8N, and all for free. So now you can use this for your workflow or for your agent if it needs to analyze a video. And remember that I'll be leaving this exact workflow in the description, so you can just download it for free. And if you're really interested in learning no-code AI agents and automation, then I highly recommend you to subscribe to not miss out on any of the videos I will post, and be sure to check out our previous videos. And if you have any questions regarding this workflow, then leave a comment below. Again, the spots here are limited and you'll get your early bird pricing for life. So for example, in the near future where we offer more features and this library is packed with more agents and automations, then instead of paying for that soon to be price, you're just locked in with your early bird pricing that will never change. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.